night for the Jaguars here at the Bloomington Ice Garden. The opponent, the Buffalo Bison. Thanks for spending your Monday night with us alongside our crew. Josh Powers with you on BEC-TV and MNHockey.tv. We'll have the senior night presentation after the conclusion of the game is when that will happen, so stick around. It is a giant Jefferson senior class of 13. You can see some of the photos of the seniors on the left side of your screen there. They will all be honored following the conclusion of this one tonight. Jefferson coming in, they haven't played in a week. We last saw them defeat Hopkins more than a week ago on Saturday. Then they had 2 games canceled against St. Louis Park and Holy Family. Jefferson coming in with a 6-8 record. Buffalo is at 4-11, but don't let that record fool you. Buffalo's played one of the toughest schedules in the state. They're in the Lake District this year. They've also played Chaska, one of the top group in the Metro West, as well as St. Louis Park in the Metro West. So they've played the likes of Eden Prairie, Wayzata, Edina multiple times. So it's a battle-tested Buffalo Bison team coming into the Ice Garden to take on Jefferson, who has won 3 out of its last 4. So Jefferson starting to click here in that 4-game stretch. Jefferson averaging more than 4 goals per game as well. There's one of those Jaguar seniors, Ryan Seitz. One of the larger senior classes I can remember for Jefferson since I've been covering the team starting back in 2000. So stick around at the end of the conclusion of the game for that presentation ceremony for all the seniors. You see a big grouping of Jaguar parents up in the stands as well. It's not going to be a traditional senior night, but at least they're going to get to do it in front of their selected friends and family. Jefferson does have one more home game against New Prague, which we'll have for you on Saturday. Let's set it down to ice level. Joe Mewisen will have our starting lineups and the national anthem.
Number 1, Levi Preitus. The defenders, Lachlan Gunya and number 24, Noah Mueller. The wings, number 13, Matty Ebert, and number 22, Turner Marr. Starting at center, it's number 16, Ryan Roski. The coaching staff for the Bison, Aaron Johnson, the head coach, Bruce Johnson, Thomas Johnson, and Bill Manuel, the assistants. Now let's meet the home team, Jefferson Jaguars. Starting in goal, it's number 30, Luke Swanson. On defense, number 7, Kyle Davis. And number 22, Pierce Tomka. The wings, number 10, Benny Getters. And number 11, Brady Burton. Starting at center, it's number 18, Brett Herbert. The head coach, Mike Terwilliger, under the weather this evening. We hope he returns to health quickly. Meantime, Matt Elson on the bench, Bill Sawyer on the bench. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and direct your attention to the east side of the arena. It is time to honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem.
Just about ready to drop the puck on this senior night for Jefferson. Just 2 more games in the regular season after this. Thursday against Hastings and Saturday against New Prague. We'll have that for you on BEC-TV. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule. Certainly tonight, we've got Jefferson coverage for you. Tomorrow, Kennedy will take stage for their senior night. Their opponent, St. Paul Highland Park, will have JV coverage starting at 5, varsity at 7:15, and then a full slate on Saturday, our last hockey Saturday in Bloomington. Kennedy boys again will take on Simley, and then in the nightcap, the regular season finale, Jefferson and New Prague. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage this year on BEC-TV and mnhockey.tv. Josh Powers alongside our crew. One of the more battle-tested teams in the state. We mentioned they played the Lake District. They've also played the likes of Chaska, Jefferson now, Chanhassen, and St. Louis Park from the Metro West. You combine basically playing everybody in the Metro West, save for, I guess, Kennedy. Plus you've thrown in, they've played an entire full slate of Lake District games. So 4-11 record, not indicative of their level of play. And certainly Jefferson aware of that as they turn it over in their own zone. You heard the starting goaltender, the sophomore Luke Swanson for Jefferson, getting his 4th start of the year tonight. We saw him last weekend in the JV. And on the other side, Levi Prychus. He is a senior for Buffalo. Jefferson wins the face-off. It's Aiden Rasabandith in transition. Fires right on, and Prychus holds. So a good transition play from Jefferson following a face-off win. That's how they want to get it up the ice. We also heard that Mike Terwilliger is under the weather tonight. But it appears the rest of the team is healthy. I was wondering about Benny Getters, who took a rough hit at the end of last Saturday's game, but he started the game. We were wondering about Benny, certainly on the senior night, one of those seniors, a captain in fact. He appears to be available. Jefferson, if they could win all 3 of these games this week, they would finish above 500 on the year as well. It's tipped ahead, Sean Summerness. Parker Boone unable to get it. He's had one of the Jaguar goals on Saturday in that victory over Hopkins. As did Nick Hatton, who has it now for the Jaguars. Deflected through center, played there though by the visitors. It's Lex Prychus. He's the younger brother of goalie Levi, number 8. As he throws one toward the net, deflected and cleared out by Sean Summerness. Hatton now. Through center. Justin Swenson has to backtrack for it. Who are some of the Buffalo Bulls to watch out for? Certainly, or Bison, excuse me. Ryan Rothke, 13 points on the year. Jake Bergstrom, a couple of sophomores lead them in scoring. Rothke wears 16, Bergstrom with 9. Pierce Tomka backhands it around. Quick turnover. Buffalo tries to throw it out front with Rothke. This is their top line as it's backhanded right on. Patted aside by Swanson. And Brady Burton off the wall to center. Rothke is there, makes a nice move to get around Brett Herbert. And then loses his edge right at the Jaguar line. Tomka goes D to D. Samuel Law to Burton. Had it poke checked away though by Turner Marr, who fires right on. Marr, 3rd on the team in scoring with 9 goals, no assists, but he leads the team in goals. Number 22 for Buffalo, also an underclassman, he's a junior. Not many seniors on this Buffalo team, just 4 of them. Jefferson certainly with the experience, trying to use it to their advantage tonight. Aaron Daniels well wide on that shot as Davis throws it wide as well. Now Summerness, Jefferson just firing from all sorts of places, but none going on the net. One shot on goal for each side so far in the early going. Daniels for Rasa Bandith. As they enter Bison territory. Daniels, Rasa Bandith, Wanmacher, the line combination for Jefferson there. Turned over, Gansky out front for Gordy Gombold, and it just couldn't quite connect there. But an excellent steal by Gansky. Swanson drops it. The officials give him an extra half of a step. Speaking of the officials, one of them dumped to the ice there. Watch Colton Gansky strips it clean here and does the right thing, right for Gombold in the right spot, but give Buffalo credit defensively. They got there just in the nick of time. It looked like Griffin Valley, the sophomore, was able to break it up. Kyle Davis swats it into the zone. Trying for another turnover, Gombold. Brody Ward up ahead. And into the Jaguar end. Price just right on, and the rebound goes right through the crease. Dangerous moment there for Luke Swanson. As Jefferson ices it with 12:42 remaining in the first period. Buffalo 3 shots on goal. That's that 3 number on the scoreboard as you look at the replay. Lex Prychus trying to make things happen offensively, and then the rebound out of the reach of Swanson, but just not enough angle to get that one home. Smothered by Luke Swanson on the long distance drive. Let's talk about the numbers for the sophomore. 4th start of the year tonight, 0-3, 4.67 goals against, save percentage 89-1. Law plays it to Getters, backhands it to center. Getters leads Jefferson in scoring with 20 points on the year, 7 goals, 13 assists. Burton second on the team, 6 and 9 for a total of 15. Again, losing his edge, Rothke. Getters back to neutral. Delayed offside coming on the visitors. That gives Law enough time to find Hatton as the Jaguars head the other way. Aaron Daniels, line drives it in, charges after it, then overskated it. Back come the Bison. Nice check from Aiden Rasa Bandith as he was able to pin Matty Ebert up along the wall. Back for a look, Jace Hansen. Now Rothke picks it up in the corner. Evades a hit as he slides to the ice, sends it up ahead. Turner Marr. Erased there by Kyle Davis. Aaron Daniels outstretching, still with it. Daniels to the backhand, misses wide. Prychus may have gotten a piece of it. Rasa Bandith in front for Wanmacher, but it was deflected toward the corner. Tomka now fires from deep, and it trickles on to Levi Prychus. An excellent time to talk about his numbers this year. 4-7 record, making his 12th start of the year tonight. 3.3 goals against, save percentage 91.4. They'll redo that draw. Gansky, Boone, and Gombold. Third line for Jefferson. Out there now. Here's a chance for Gombold off another turnover. This line has forced some mistakes here in the early going. Could be a line that'll help Jefferson in this game. The experience of Gansky out there as well as Wanmacher, a couple of seniors. Going against maybe some of the more unexperienced guys from Buffalo. Here's a shot from the point, blocked by Gombold and taken by Kyle Davis. Gombold to Gansky. Just about 7 minutes into this first, sends it in at the end of a shift, but wasn't quite to the red line yet. Sometimes they'll give you the benefit of the doubt if you're pretty close. Not quite as close enough, according to the officials. Buffalo bench, their head coach Aaron Johnson. Jefferson able to win that draw. Hatton to Getters. Top line for Jefferson out there. Great catch, Brady Burton. Tried to drop it back to Herbert, but intercepted. And lifted in by Lex Prychus. Swanson puts an end to it as he gloves it. Stick around after the period. Before each period, second and third, we'll spotlight. We'll try to get to all of them, all 13. It'll be tough. That's our goal tonight. Talk about each one of the seniors. There's a little bio of each in the Jaguar media guide that we're going to work off of. Here's Herbert. One of those seniors. As it deflects out in front of the net. Burton now, looking middle. Instead, it's behind Sean Summerness, who has to backtrack. As Buffalo changes. And their top line out there now against the top line of Jefferson, but they've been out there for a bit. Rothke throws it out front, taken there by Hatton and now Getters, unable to exit the zone. Hatton being hounded from behind by Rothke, but gets it most of the way down. That allows Jefferson to change. So we're under 9 minutes left for the first period. On the back check, Rasta Bandith with a turnover, but Wanmacher couldn't do much with it. And the Bison will ice it with 8:38 remaining. Buffalo coming off of a overtime loss to Wayzata, 2-1. So good performance there from the Bison. Wayzata 9-5-1 this year. A strong team. As a Buffalo player got dumped, no penalty called. He's slow to get up. That's number 7, Jimmy Winter. He'll stagger toward the bench. Wanmacher trying to take advantage. Tried to feed Ras the Bandith out front, but is broken up. Trying to work to space Gansky, but that doesn't work either. Tomka with a nice hit at center. Some physicality early from both of these teams. A turnover to Gansky. Sticked away by Prychus. Fourth shot on goal of the first period for Jefferson. Parker Boone now. Unable to hold the zone. Davis quickly gets rid of it with two Bison players approaching him. Jake Bergstrom. Couldn't quite get the shot off. They list him as attending Annandale High School along with Brody Ward. Not that far of a drive from Buffalo, about 15 minutes or so. Gansky sends it around the wall at the end of his shift. Play settling in here. We had a couple dangerous moments early. Teams have found their footing. Here's Benny Getters trying to get this top line going tonight. Getters tripped up in the corner. Penalty coming. Time for the Jaguar power play to go to work, and boy has it ever worked this year. 34.9%. Buffalo, a little bit of a struggle on the PK, 77.4, but when you're going up against the Edina power play, Eden Prairie power plays of the world, that might happen. Getters dishes at Davis. Bats it toward the middle for a rebound chance. as Wanmacher and Herbert were swinging away at it, but Preichus was there to freeze it. Another look at the penalty. It wasn't an egregious trip, but it was a trip, and they're going to call it. Davis, line drive, reload, score! Wanmacher! The Jaguar power play does it again. And Wanmacher got dumped right after the goal. On senior night.
7, 11, 8, 7, 11.
Group of seniors combined to put Jefferson in the lead. Wanmacher's second of the year. Davis an assist. Burton an assist. Another look. Just a hard-working Blake Wanmacher kind of goal right there. Surprised there wasn't a penalty called at the end of that. Wanmacher got shoved down well after the whistle. So Jefferson playing on the lead on senior night. Buffalo charging back quickly. A dangerous puck out front, out of the reach of Bergstrom though. At the point. That's Lock-in Gunya, and his shot blocked. The Bandit sends it too far. Gunya circles back in his own zone, then fell. Intercepted the Bandit. Dumps it back in. 8 shots on goal for Jefferson. A strong start here in this first period, with still about 6 minutes to play. Hatton squeezes around to check, finds Getters. Gloves, drops, somehow stays on his skates. Plays it around the D, he'll charge after it on the forecheck along with Burton. Cross ice, sauce pass, well handled by Lex Preichus. Over there with Brody Ward, Preichus in front, broken up by a couple of Jaguars. Burton will try to redirect ahead. Couldn't get it past the point. Ward shot, blockered aside by Swanson. 6th shot on goal for Buffalo here in the first. Here's a line drive with a big deflection. Griffin Valley taking the shot. Didn't get all the way through. As Valley retreats just past the red line and charges ahead as Jefferson changing. Valley looking middle. Good intervention there by Samuel Lall. Looked promising for a moment for the visitors. Colton Gansky crisscrossing. Drops it off. Gombold forgot the puck. Sends it to the corner. Gansky for Boone. Now Davis fires. Blocker save. Gansky swings and plays it with a high stick. And Buffalo doesn't want to touch it up. They want the face-off. And it's whistled dead with 4:22 remaining in the period. This line's been very active for Jefferson. Davis put everything he had into that one. Officials discussing where to take this draw. I think it should be in the Buffalo end, but there's no reason for Buffalo not to play that puck. Trying to get the face-off back out to neutral. Aaron Johnson getting an explanation. So they will get the draw in their offensive zone with Jefferson, but it's won by the Bison. Sent around. And this is Matty Ebert. Pass behind his intended target, number 22, Turner Marr. Very shifty player, Marr. Davis across, D to D to Pierce Tomka, who backhands it up ahead. Jefferson's been able to neutralize the Bison's speed so far in this game. It's a good game plan for Jefferson. Slow them down a bit, be opportunistic, and certainly they've cashed in on their power play chance and haven't put the visitors on the advantage either. Face-off controlled by Nick Hatton. 3-on-2 for Jefferson. Hatton with Rasta Bandith in the middle. It was deflected and he couldn't get close enough to it. Lifted into the zone by number 19 for Buffalo. That's Barrett Torkelson. Out front, Torkelson. Hit the traffic in front as it's blasted well high and wide by Justin Swenson. Thrown on net by Gunya. Buffalo starting to hum on this shift, so Jefferson clears it out of there. Good enough to get a line change in with under 3 minutes left in the period. Bergstrom. Good stick there. Out front. A short angle shot taken by Winter, but Swanson was able to fight it off. Burton now gets around Winter, a little bit of a risky move, but got it done. Has Getters on the left wing, does Burton. Brady Burton drops it for Herbert, and now out to Tomka, who fires. It's kicked out to the corner. Burton holds the line. His wrist shot also deflected. Gunya got in the way of that. Ward couldn't clear the zone, and a stick save by Prychus. 11th shot on goal for Jefferson. Getting to that double-digit mark here in the first period. And the Gansky line back out for perhaps their final duty here in the first. This is where this line's going to have an advantage along the wall, typically. As I say that, Buffalo wins the battle. Lex Prychus dumps it in. Tomka uses that size. Over for Lal. Pried away, though, by Prychus. Here's Parker Boone. Kicks it ahead. Overskated by Gombold, but Boone plays it the rest of the way in. Under 90 seconds left in the period. Prychus, cross-ice pass. Stolen by Rasta Bandith, preventing any sort of a transitional opportunity. Davis looks over his shoulder. Tried to feed Rasta Bandith, but instead an icing call with 1:05 remaining. Good first period here on senior night for Jefferson. One of the larger senior classes has to be in Jefferson history, with 13 seniors being able to play this winter. Hoping for a Jaguar win. 3 of them have already combined for the only goal of the night. As we're under a minute, a Luke Swanson save. Shot on goal number 8 for the visitors. Not a big threat, but you definitely want to take care of it. And Sean Summerness was there to clean it up. Drive from Rothke, right on, their leading scorer. 5 goals, 8 assists. On this top line with Turner Marr and Hunter Dallum. Rothke back to the point, kept in by Noah Mueller. 45 to go in the period. Deflected, Mueller grabs it at center. He was on the back pedal, couldn't hold the zone. Burton ahead, has Getters, slips it to him. Benny Getters tipped away from him. Burton unable to latch on with under a half minute remaining in the period. Turner Marr, left wing. Tried to center it out front for Dallum. That was broken up. Rothke is there, turns and fires. Swanson never saw it, and it just missed the near post. Marr now behind the net. This line's starting to make plays. Marr got caught up in the own skates of Dallum, fortunately for Jefferson, as the period comes to a close. And the Jaguars will take the lead into the intermission. The goal by Blake Wanmacher, another one on the power play for this unit that is now above 35% for the season. Well, as promised, we mentioned at the start of the broadcast the 13 seniors for Jefferson, and we're going to talk about each of them during the course of this game. And Ryan Seitz will be first up, the backup goaltender tonight. He's played more minutes, though, than any of the goaltenders this year. His nickname is Sightsy. His pregame ritual, stretch out and get active. He wants to go to college next year, not sure where yet. His favorite hockey memory, first varsity win against Apple Valley. Said his proudest accomplishment in hockey, stepping into play on senior night against Benilde in his sophomore year. Most people don't know about Ryan. He lived in North Carolina for 3 years. Best advice that he can give, he says, have fun with it. His favorite player, Andrei Vasilevsky. I bet I just butchered that one. My apologies. Also enjoys ping pong. Good sport for a goaltender to have. Keeps that hand-eye coordination sharp. And it's Ryan Seitz for the Jaguars. One of those 13 seniors. And how about Blake Wanmacher had the goal in the first period. Let's talk about Blake. His nickname is Wandy. Pre-game ritual, like to eat Jimmy John's, listen to some music, get that stick ready to go. I love his plan after high school. He's going to go to the University of Minnesota, also the Carlson School of Management, following in my footsteps. Well, not just my footsteps, a lot of people's footsteps. It's a great institution there. His favorite hockey memory, his first varsity goal. 3 words that best describe you. He says exuberant, perceptive, and charming. I like that from Blake. He can also do a backflip. That's something that people do not know about him. Best advice you can give, he says, just have fun. At the end of the day, it's just a game. His other interests include baseball, frisbee golf, and fishing. Blake Wanmacher getting the Jaguars on the board and in the lead on senior night. As we head to break, Jefferson leads 1-0. Back for the second period around on the other side as you're watching Jaguar hockey on BEC-TV and MNHockey.tv.
Why should young people care about the spread of coronavirus? Well, we know that people with underlying medical conditions over the age of 60 are at highest risk, but they've got to get it from somebody.
So we're asking everyone to be selfless for others so that we can protect those who are most susceptible.
Not going to bars, not going to restaurants. It all just means physical separation so that you have a space between you and others.
For more information on how you can social distance, please go to coronavirus.gov.
Back for the second period here on senior night for the Jaguars. They lead 1-0 over Buffalo. Josh Powers alongside here on BEC-TV and MNHockey.tv. Let's take a look at the first period highlights on this always emotional senior night, especially with 13 Jaguar seniors to talk about. An early chance, Gansky to Gomble, but it didn't connect. Luke Swanson, dangerous moment. He had 8 saves in the first, 10 saves for Prychus. That one going through the crease. Probably not one of those 10. Looked like it didn't get on net. Some hard hitting in the first period, just one penalty. Jefferson would take advantage of that penalty as they have most of the year. There's the penalty. And now the goal, Blake Wanmacher, center of your screen. Able to locate that deflection. Push the Buffalo defender just out of the way enough to get to that puck. And Swanson made it hold up. It's a Jaguar power play now at over 35% on the year. Well, let's get to more senior spotlights. There's 12 of them that we're going to do tonight. Out of the 13, we'll do the last one on Saturday. And first up, Aiden Rassabandith here. His nickname, Wrath. Loves to listen to music while taping up his hockey stick before games. Plans after high school. He's going to play lacrosse at the University of Dubuque. Favorite hockey memory, winning the Bantam A Woodbury tournament. His proudest accomplishment in hockey says just getting to play high school hockey. 3 words that best describe Aiden: hustle, pride, and humble. Most people do not know he has 5 brothers. It's a full house, certainly indeed. His favorite player is Matt Dumba. Mentioned he's a lacrosse player, that's one of his other interests. Best advice he's received: there's always another day. Don't let the days before that affect your tomorrow. Aiden Rassabandith there for Jefferson. Up next, Sean Summerness. His nickname is Summer. Pre-game ritual: drink a V8 for some energy, listen to some music. He's going to go down to Iowa as well. He's going to attend Drake University in Des Moines. Excellent school there. Favorite hockey memory: pin trading in Fargo. Proudest accomplishment in hockey: going to state and Pee-wees. 3 words that describe Sean according to him: kind, rowdy, and a buffoon. I like that sense of humor. Most people do not know Sean's a pretty good frisbee golf player. Best advice he's received: act broke to stay rich. Lists his other interests as frisbee golf. The best advice that he can give, he says, people don't think it be like it be, but it do, okay? Here you go, Sean Summerness. How about one more? We'll squeeze in one more. Colton Gansky, nickname Ganner. Pre-game ritual: eat a sandwich and stretch out the muscles. Gonna attend college somewhere next year, just not sure which school yet. His favorite hockey memory is also winning that Woodbury Bantam tournament. Proudest accomplishment in hockey: playing in a high school tournament, playing a high school tourney as a freshman. 3 words to describe Colton: nice, funny, and smart. Most people do not know. I like this: he likes to go on long distance runs. I'm hoping to get back out there soon, Colton, with the weather turning for the better. Best advice you can give, he says, play every game like it's your last. Also a lacrosse player, Colton. Also enjoys frisbee golf and pickleball. There you go, Colton Gansky. Ready for period number 2. Jefferson with the lead. Settle in for the middle period. It's been a good period for Jefferson this year. They've outscored their opponents 22-18 in the second. Making some early noise, the visitors, as that rebound deflected to the corner. Initial shot by Turner Marr. Remember, he's their leading goal scorer on the year with 9. He's scored 9 of their 40 goals. Almost 25% by number 22 in black. Dished ahead, Benny Getters. Touched it a little bit too far in the initial play. Working hard though against two Buffalo players. Rothke though comes to deliver it out of there. He'll carry it and had it stripped by Rasabandith. Just out of the reach of Wanmacher, who had some daylight. Would have loved an opportunity to add to that goal total tonight. There's Levi Prychus with 10 saves in the first period, 8 for Luke Swanson. Jimmy Winter plays the draw for Buffalo into the corner. Under the stick of Rasabandith, but Jefferson got it out efficiently. That's been a key so far for Jefferson. Has been their forecheck as Rasabandith out front. Deflected it, but not on net. Up ice 21, Gavin Volley, brother of Griffin. So Bison player lost his stick, sharp angle shot, hit the side of the net. Captured at the top of the zone with a drive by Griffin Volley. Swanson got a piece of it with the stick for save number 10 as it's up and out of play. Pierce Tomka off a Colton Gansky face-off win, lifts it through center. Jace Hansen backhands it along the wall toward Brady Ward. They try it again, pass behind Ward, taken by Tomka. Tomka to Lal. Gets to the red line, sends it in, quickly back the other way though. Justin Swenson. Ward backhands it deep into Jefferson territory. Tomka to Lal, D to D. Should mention Jefferson without Logan Bonney tonight. We're told he's likely available on Saturday for that regular season finale. Gansky on a turnover, out front with a rebound, score! It's Brady Burton
11-16, 11-16.
who cleans up the mess out front, provided by Colton Gansky. Another senior to senior goal. Gansky, we saw that steal early in the first period. Gets a little puck luck as it hits the side of the net and caroms right out to Brady Burton. Thank you very much. Burton now ties Getters with his 7th goal of the year, most on the team. Speaking of Getters, trying to pick the top corner, just missed. So Jefferson by 2. You see the response here from Buffalo. Good hit there by Brett Herbert. Wins the puck battle. Burton unable to settle it. Gets a second chance at it though. Making a move, Brady Burton still with it. Brady, his shot. Blockered away by Prychus as Getters got all spun around. And now it's Rothke to the corner. That one deflected, it looked like, by Swanson. Rothke on the half wall. Tried to dangle around Herbert, that didn't work, and a short angle shot smothered by Luke Swanson. So you saw a little bit of the pep in the step picking up there by the top line of Buffalo. But that was easy enough for Luke Swanson. Nick Hatton now off another Jefferson faceoff. We don't have the faceoff stats, but seems like it's well north of 50% for Jefferson tonight. Certainly helped them get that power play goal in the first period off a faceoff draw victory. As we battle for it, our vision a little bit impaired with all the posters of the 13 seniors, a lengthy amount covering the wall there. It's offside at the line. A lot of the Jaguar parents taking this one in, certainly pleased with the outcome so far. Jefferson trying for its 4th win out of their last 5. It's a time of the year when you want to be playing your best hockey, certainly. Jefferson seems to be doing that right now. Gombold with a drive. Again, this line continues to turn over Buffalo in its own zone. Really using their size to their advantage. Gansky and Boone trying to sandwich Locke and Gunya. This one tipped at center to avoid the icing by Ward. He'll race after it. Lex Prychus versus Pierce Tomka over there. Gansky, again, able to work his way along the wall, lost control of it there momentarily. That's Arthur Ilatalo, number 29. First time mentioning his name tonight for Buffalo. He's a sophomore. Tomka hits the red line, dumps it in. Gombold gets a peek at it. Jefferson completing a change. Nice hold by Tomka. Mueller now. For Ward, broken up. Herbert, a shot right on. Fought off by Prychus. Another Jaguar turnover forced. They have been very active in this game on the forecheck. Gunya taking no chances, lifts it all the way down. This will drift, but played by Swanson, aggressively up to Getters, up the left wing. Getters hit it along the wall by Gunya. Rothke nearly turned it over right out front. Nice hit by Hatton. Jefferson laying the lumber in this game. Summerness, line drives it in. Off the glove of Prychus. Making things difficult for Buffalo to exit their own zone. An icing call here on the Bison. A strong start again to the second period for Jefferson. That forecheck has been notable in this game, and right there, Rothke, perhaps their fastest player, maybe outside of Marr, couldn't get by the Jaguar pressure and nearly a disastrous turnover out front. Here's a developing 2-on-2. It's Jake Bergstrom, erased by Hatton. Hunter Dallum now behind the net. And the Jaguars emerge. It's backhanded along the wall by Sean Summerness. Or correction, that's Parker Noble, number 6. Correction, Nolan Fetzer, my apologies, Nolan. Noble out there, number 13 for Jefferson, Tate Noble. So the Jaguar fourth line getting a shift here in the second period. First time we've seen them, I believe, in this game. As we're about to tick under 10 minutes remaining. Fetzer, breakout pass. Fortunate over to Hatton. Hatton heads up ice. He's turned back, needs to recover quickly. Jefferson changing behind the play. It's Jimmy Winter. Winter with a drive, Swanson save, rebound. Still loose. Swanson trying to locate it in every which direction. Looks like he's finally got it. Buffalo nearly catching Jefferson on a line change. There was a quick turnover at the Bison blue line that started it. And Wall and others doing just enough to help Swanson. It's a desperate feeling. You don't want to reach for it because then it can get past you quickly. Finally was able to find the space to reach out and freeze it. Tomka high off the wall. Lex Prychus finds Ward. His wrist shot misses high. Hansen on the rebound. Keeps the pressure on. Tomka pitchforks at it. Couldn't clear the zone. Second try. Tomka will carry it this time. Slips. Up for Wanmacher. Got a piece of it, so wave off the icing, say the officials. Ward to the corner, cross ice pass, low degree of difficulty. This will be played once again by Swanson. Would have been icing, I believe. Herbert ran into Rothke, so Burton spins and heads into the Bison end. Burton on the dangle, got tripped up, no call. Kind of surprising there on the no call. It looked like he was about to make a move for a scoring chance. Gloved and dropped at center by Mueller. Played back into the Jaguar end. As we're just past the midway point of this senior night for Jefferson, leading 2-0. Brett Herbert looking for more as that deflects to the corner. Getters throws a check, got it to Davis, who squeezes it through traffic. Another save by Levi Preichus. Getters just running right over Rothke. As Benny comes back the other way, and look out. Somehow stayed on his skates, but then his stick fell, and now Rothke moving in, and Buffalo wants a penalty there. Maybe they let one go either way, or each way I should say. Instead, it harmlessly slides into the possession of Luke Swanson. Glad you're with us tonight on BEC-TV and MNHockey.tv. Josh Powers alongside our crew. One goal in each period for Jefferson. In the first, it was the senior Blake Wanmacher, and in the second, senior Brady Burton. And all 5 of the points for Jefferson tonight by seniors. Certainly, when you have 13 of them on your roster, it's probably going to be a senior that gets the scoring column. Here's Burton, which I thought could have been a penalty, especially when you have the stick go flying of the opposing player. You know that was the reason why he fell. But then on the other end, Buffalo possibly upset, or possibly correct about being upset about a non-interference call the other way as Rothke was moving in. Behind the net, Gunya sends it out, but it's taken away by the Jaguars. Here's Gombold. Gordy Gombold wrister. Stick saved by Preichus. And then Gombold got blown up by Gunya. He's had enough of the Jaguars owning the physicality of this game. Here's Ilatalo. Long distance shot under Swanson. Maybe the hardest hitting game I've seen so far this year. Gombold delivers one. Tomka 2-on-1. Rasabanda swipes at it, but it didn't get on net. Jefferson has to be wary, not get too caught up in this physical game. Out high for a drive, misses wide with a big carom out front, and look at Swanson. He knew exactly where that was headed. Well done. Picked that clean just over the bar, did Luke Swanson. Watch him, he immediately turned. Great stuff from the sophomore. How often do you see goalies get beat when they have a vicious carom that they're not ready for? Swanson was ready for that one. Can't always get them all, but Swanson, good instincts. Meanwhile, under 6 minutes to play now in the second period. Jefferson still pitching a shutout. A power play goal and an even strength goal for Jefferson tonight. And the top liner's out there for the Jaguars. It's Burton, tips it ahead, Hatton. Scooped up though by Rothke. They've limited his dangerous moments. Number 16 in black have Jefferson on this line with Turner Marr. Those two have combined for a high percentage of Buffalo's goals this year, 14 out of their 40. Jefferson also continues to lead in the shots on goal. They led 11-8 after one. Hatton shovels it along the wall this time. The exit blocked on that side. Still battling for it, Hatton, and it's lifted up and out of play. Seen far less turnovers committed by the Jaguars tonight than they've forced, and certainly one of the reasons why they're ahead. It led to that Burton goal. And remember, back in the first, Getters had a turnover that drew the penalty that put Jefferson on the power play, in which they scored moments later. Gombold to neutral. They go D to D, it's Muller. Tomka heads back for it. Hit along the wall by number 19, Torkelson. Here's Mueller. Lifted past him, it's Parker Boone, who has Gombold on the other side. Boone, rebound Gombold. Patted away. Prychus making a couple saves there. That's where Jefferson can maybe catch Buffalo as they start to get more aggressive on the blue lines on plays like that, if they can get it past them clean. Nice catch by Marr. Long rebound by Swanson, but it's gobbled up by Daniels. Torkelson sent on the ice on a check. Now Davis. Buffalo completing a change. Pass on target to Wanmacher. Up the left wing for Daniels. Too far. Wanmacher delivering a shove as well. Delayed offside here. Got tangled up with the blue line. Ilatalo drops it off. Not in the right spot though. Having to circle back in his own zone. Valley plays it up ahead. Summerness now. Davis lifts through center. Aggressive play by Valley, especially because it was going to be offside, whether he stepped up to try to swat it back in the zone or not. Here's that rush by Parker Boone and then Gombold on the rebound. Price just had it covered there nicely. Getters sends it on net. Stick save. Rothke. Wall just kind of impeded his progress. And now Getters. That was good defending without overcommitting there by Lal against a dangerous skater. Hatton made sure that didn't squeeze behind him. Bergstrom was futilely hoping it did. Getters out front for a tip by Burton. Saved by Prychus. This top line causing more havoc. It's Bergstrom now. Near corner. Tied up with Hatton with under 2.5 minutes left in the second period. Still 2-0 Jefferson. Lal tracks it down, high off the wall, forcing Buffalo to go D to D. It's Muller, wrister, deflects to the corner. Marr sends it behind the net. And now Muller again through traffic, whistles it wide. Good shift here for the visitors. Winter to Marr. Now Gansky. They need a clear. Gansky gets it done. It'll be an icing, but fresh bodies will be able to skate out onto the ice for Jefferson with under 2 minutes left in this second period. We'll have more senior spotlights for you at the end of the period, so stick around for that. Important minute 39 for Jefferson. Love to take a multiple goal lead to that third period. Davis, D to D, Tomka lifts. Seeing a lot more of that recently for Jefferson. Buffalo making it a little bit more difficult for the Jaguars to exit. Here's a turnover. Nearly though, Tomka gets there. Brass the Bandith off the wall. Gets it to neutral at the second time. Under a minute in the period now. The slap shot goes wide. Tomka again tries to lift it to center. Blocked. Scooped up along the wall by Marr in front! And it was partially fanned on. I think it was Rothke. Jefferson dodges one there. Swanson was still toward that near side of the post. Had to be. As Marr was moving in. Not sure if Jefferson got a piece of it, but if they did, it wasn't much of it. Jaguars very fortunate to still lead by 2. Here's Gombold with a half minute remaining in the period. He and Boone both don't know where the puck is. Buffalo exits. Will this go far enough for icing? No, they wave it. 15 in the period. Jefferson also has yet to take a penalty in this game, which is another reason why they lead. Final couple seconds. And a last block shot by the Jaguars. Pitching a shutout through 2. Brady Burton adds its 7th of the year. An even strength goal for Jefferson. Leading 2-0 after 2 here on senior night. And they would love to pay this off with a victory to move to 7-8. And as we mentioned, if Jefferson can win all 3 of them this week, they'll finish above 500. Well, time for more senior spotlights as promised. Aaron Daniels, number 3 for Jefferson. His nickname is Dan's. Pre-game ritual says shooting. Get those. That's what he's doing right now, getting those shots in. Plans after high school, either college or juniors. Juniors meaning juniors hockey. Favorite hockey memory, again, winning that Woodbury Bantam A tournament. Proudest accomplishment in hockey, making the varsity team as a sophomore. 3 words that describe Aaron, according to him: hardworking, dedicated, and humble. Most people do not know about Aaron. He was the goalie on his soccer team when he was 12, and they won the state tournament. Best advice you can give, Aaron says, always work hard. Favorite player, Patrick Kane. And he's also a lacrosse player for Jefferson, Aaron Daniels. Next up, the goal scorer in the second period, Brady Burton. His nickname is Bertsy. Pre-game ritual, focus and tape up that stick. After high school, he's going to attend Mankato State University. Technically, that's Minnesota State Mankato. He'll learn that lingo once he gets down there, I'm sure. Again, his favorite hockey memory, that Bantam Woodbury tournament. Proudest accomplishment in hockey, he says it's being the player he is right now. 3 words at best describe Brady: humble, respectful, but also obnoxious. Most people do not know about Brady. He used to play for Kennedy. Best advice he can give. Says show up on time and be ready to work. His favorite player, Connor McDavid. Also enjoys basketball and frisbee golf. Brady Burton. Lighting the lamp for Jefferson. Back in the second period. In our final senior spotlight, at least before we go to our next break, Pierce Tomka. His pregame ritual. Make eggs. Tape up the stick. Stretch out. Plans after high school. College, but not sure where yet. His favorite hockey memory, the Duluth tournaments. His proudest accomplishment in hockey, his first varsity goal at the Bloomington Ice Garden. 3 words that best describe you. He says tall, athletic, and stealth. I like that from Pierce. Most people do not know about Pierce. He plays piano. Best advice you can give, always go 100%. His favorite player is Kirill Kaprizov. And other interests for Pierce, golf, basketball. Pierce Tomka. Back on the back line for Jefferson, helping the Jaguars to a shutout so far. Still 17 more minutes, though, for Buffalo to change things here on this senior night. Jefferson leads Buffalo 2-0. Back for the third period next on BEC-TV and MNHockey.tv. Back for the third period here at the Bloomington Ice Garden. 2-0 Jefferson on senior night. They lead the Buffalo Bison thanks to a goal in the first by Blake Wanmacher and another one in the second by Brady Burton. As we look at the highlights from the second period, Jefferson out shooting Buffalo 22-18. There's the steal. Colton Gansky off the side of the net. Burton into the back of the net. 2-0 as Burton scores his 7th of the year. Luke Swanson would make it hold up. That one was a relatively easy save, but several of them later would not be. Meanwhile, Jefferson, they were annoying Buffalo on the forecheck. Swanson gave up a rebound there, but hit off the skate of Lal. Probably would have gone wide anyway, but they get help. Finally, Swanson able to cover it amid that mess. Here's Tomka with a good look. Swanson, terrific awareness right there. He knew that puck was likely to bounce back toward him and knew it was a possibility that it could be a dangerous one after it crawled over that bar. More from the Jaguar D. They got a little bit lucky there. That was a grade A that Buffalo would love to have back on that feed from Tanner Marr. Beautiful pass. With Buffalo not taking advantage of its chances, Jefferson has, and they lead 2-0. So we get ready for the third period. Before that, 2 more senior spotlights for the Jaguars. First up, it's Kyle Davis. Like most of the players, that pregame ritual. Tape his stick, listen to some music. His nickname, by the way, is KD. After high school, he's going to go to North Dakota State for civil engineering. His favorite hockey memory, like most of them, winning that Bantam A Woodbury tournament. Proudest accomplishment in hockey, just making that varsity team. 3 words that best describe Kyle Davis, according to him: versatile, chill, and hardworking. Something you may not know about Kyle, he's a barefoot water skier. Best advice he can give: keep working, because you'll never know when you'll get your shot. His favorite player is Jared Spurgeon. And those other interests, golf, and then water skiing and barefooting. Kyle Davis, looking forward to those summers out on the lakes where he can do exactly that. And then Parker Boone. There's Parker creating a scoring chance there. Listen to some music and tape up his stick before games. That's his ritual. He's going to attend college, not sure where yet. Favorite hockey memory, winning that Woodbury Bantam tournament. Proudest accomplishment in hockey, scoring his first goal in that championship game at the Woodbury tourney. 3 words that best describe Parker: loyal, driven, perseverance. He loves the outdoors, does Parker Boone. Best advice he can give: put in the work during the off season as well as during the season. Parker's other interests: skiing and lacrosse. Parker Boone. We've got 2 more senior spotlights to do after this period. We're planning to do the spotlight for Logan Bonney on Saturday. Hopefully he's playing on Saturday. If not, we'll cover it at that time anyway. Just a programming note there. Underway in the third with Jefferson defending a 2-goal advantage. Important first few minutes of this period for the team that is trailing typically. You'd love to get at least one on the board or some big-time momentum. Instead, it's Tomka heading the other way. Poked away to the corner for Getters. No, Burton! But Tomka had crashed into the net. You see, pretty easy, the officials to stop play there. Justice Burton was between the circles with a great chance. Seniors accounting for all 5 points for Jefferson here on senior night. Burton pries it free and flings it toward the net. I don't know that Price just saw it right away, but he saw it with enough time to get that glove up there quickly. 21 saves now for Levi Prychus. 18 saves on the other side. Luke Swanson. Here's Davis. Through traffic. Pad save by Prychus. Not sure he saw that one. He was in the right spot. Herbert to Davis as the Jaguars transition back again. Changing behind the play is Jefferson. Poked away, nice stick by Pierce Tomka. Dumps it at the end of his shift. Gloved and dropped by Summerness. Good start to this period for Jefferson. We have the first 2 shots on goal. Rasabandith with a steal and draws a penalty. Little plays like that will help Jefferson keep this lead. Aiden Rasabandith getting the job done. And boy, oh boy, if the Jaguars could get another power play goal, that would be delightful. 1 for 1 on the game, 35% for the year. Griffin Valley guilty of the trip. Herbert wins the draw for Jefferson, along with Getters, Davis, and Hatton. Here's a drive by Herbert, patted away. Or correction, Burton, not Hatton. Wanmacher, of course. He scored the power play goal earlier. Getters, that one-timer, misses wide. That's where several of the goals for the power play have come for Jefferson. And look at Getters getting back quickly on the back check to prevent a 2-on-1. A stick save by Swanson on a bad angle shot, and now Davis back the other way. Stops at the circle, waits and sends it behind the net. Burton. Davis top of the zone. Getters one-timer, they score! It's Wanmacher! His second power play goal, and the seniors do it again. Davis and Getters the assists. 3-0.
8-10-7. 8-10-7.
A 2-goal senior night for Blake Wanmacher, who had just 1 goal all year until now. Now things really difficult for the visitors. Jimmy Winter sends it around. It's Bergstrom. Bergstrom half wall, chips it back to the point. Long distance shot misses wide. Muller holds the zone. Tomka will try to exit the other side. Correction will come back this way. Lifts it to Parker Boone. And the Jaguars will ice it. And icing might not be the wrong choice at this juncture. Another look, that one-timer for Getters all year has been such a weapon on the power play. And this time it doesn't result directly in the goal, but Blake Wanmacher redirects. No chance for Prychus. And my guess is, knowing the accuracy of Benny Getters, that puck went exactly where he wanted it to go, right on the tape of Wanmacher. Seeing how far over Prychus had already shifted. Picked up now Aaron Daniels, Jefferson transitioning again. Tried to leave it for Wanmacher, couldn't quite locate it between the skates. And now Buffalo charges ahead. It's Winter. Looks out middle for a saucer pass. They got a piece of it, but it went wide. And we have our first Jaguar penalty of the game. An interference call on Nick Hatton. There's a high degree of difficulty on this sauce pass. And clearly Hatton drawing contact. So Buffalo power play for the first time, pretty good numbers, 20.5% on the year. And a chance to draw first blood offensively. Getters, though, clears it. Would have liked to maybe get more on that. Getters. Herbert needs to be careful. That was maybe a little too high, but got away with it. Turner Marr. Pass tipped away by Herbert. Rothke. Got it over to Ebert, back to Rothke. Ebert got dumped and swatted away by Herbert. As the Jaguars change, so do the Bison. Nearly midway through this important power play for Buffalo, down by 3, time dwindling. Davis corrals it, and there it goes. Winter will try it again, saucers it across. It's Prychus with a save by Swanson. Rafts the Bandit trying to clear a bouncing puck, settles it and clears. Half a minute remaining of power play time. Jefferson's penalty kill has been a struggle this year at 68%, but so far so good on this PK. Bergstrom winds, fires. It was deflected to the corner. Winter picks it up along the half wall, sends it back to the point. It's volley right in Griffin Valley, the shot. As the rebound's frozen along the far post by Luke Swanson. Now up to 19 saves for the sophomore. And Buffalo will change again. Wrister from Griffin Valley with Prychus in the right spot for a deflection. Just didn't deflect it enough or missed it entirely. Swanson able to cover as Jefferson wins another face-off. And now Hatton out of the box as the Bison are 0 for 1 in the power play. Summerness off the wall. Comes right to Herbert. Great start to the period. Jefferson entered the period up by 2. Now 6 minutes in, they're up by 3. Here comes Dellum charging in as Swanson fights that one off with the blocker. Out front, Dellum! And Swanson jumping on it quickly. That was a good centering pass to Dellum. But Luke Swanson, again, those instincts. We saw it in that second period on that puck that bounced over the bar. He knew where that was going to be. And he could sense where that was going from behind the net. Here's Wanmacher. Rast the Bandit up ahead on the tape. Aiden's shot is blocked. Takes a hard carom off the wall. And a penalty coming as the net came ajar. Or I think a penalty was called anyway, maybe not. Official had his arm stretched out like it was a roughing call, but no penalty, still 5-on-5. Top line out there for Buffalo trying to break through. It's Rothke. Behind the net, lost control of it. Jumping up and whistling it high was Griffin Valley. Tomka deflects to himself as it caroms out front. Davis swings and misses, but there were no Bison in the area. Swanson was watching that one like with big eyes like a hawk. Tomka now, the defenseman, moving in, Tomka! Smothered by Prychus. Pierce Tomka trying his best to be stealth there. He got all the way in. Hatton races back in his own zone. Off the wall. Gansky helping to support. Toward Burton. Bergstrom dug it free, but Gansky's there to play it. Off the wall, Gansky not far enough for icing as they'll wave it off. Exactly what you want to do with a lead under the 10-minute mark. Here's a puck for Burton. Backhand misses wide. Burton tracks it down in the corner. It's Hatton firing. Rebound given up and then swept out by Gunnan. What a chance there for Brady Burton. Here's Winter, dishes it back to Bergstrom. Couldn't get around Gansky, and now Burton surveys the scene, wants to get to that red line. That's the goal, and he gets that goal. He didn't flip it in as far as he wanted to, but doesn't matter. Buffalo needed a change anyway. Here's Getters moving in. Getters around the D, and then separated from the puck at the last moment as A.J. Wang getting his first shift of the game, number 9 in white. Or at least the first time I've spotted him anyway. Lahl back for it as we head toward 8 minutes left. Wang deflects to center. Herbert is there. Lahl shoves it the rest of the way. Tomka has to be careful with it, got run over. Here comes Ilatalo and his shot into the equipment of Luke Swanson. 22 saves on 22 shots for Luke Swanson. Aaron Daniels says just give us 742 more. We'll redo the draw as Aaron Daniels got contacted with. Things starting to get a little chippy here. Still a lot of time left. Don't want to fall into too much of a trap if you're Jefferson. It's been some hard-hitting hockey all night. Now the visitors want to ramp up that contact even more here as it caroms to the corner off a shot from Jace Hansen. Rothke had it tipped back to the point. That shot deflected wide. Davis picks up his stick, plays it to center. Rothke is there, plays it back to the D, and would have been offside. Marr had to continue past the blue line. Is now under 7 minutes left. Bad angle shot. Blockered away by Swanson and swept back through center again by the Jaguars. Jefferson out shooting Buffalo in this period 7-5. And then the period's only goal, Blake Wanmacher. Another power play marker for Jefferson, 2 for 2 again tonight. Here's one off the side of the net by Gombold. Bergstrom kicks it up ahead. He's kind of on an island. They're changing behind him. Did well to spend as much time down there as he did. Now emerging with it, Bergstrom, but poked away to center. Here's Samuel Lahl. One of the juniors they'll count on next year for Jefferson, especially on the back line. Lahl keeps it to the perimeter and then delivers a check. Up ahead, Gansky. Doing his best to get there, but good work by Gunya. And his pass is off target. Icing the call with 5:29 remaining. Still a 3-goal Jaguar lead on senior night. Reminder, following the game, we'll have that senior ceremony, so stick around for that. All the parents and fans. See one of the largest senior classes in Jefferson history, with 13 of them being honored at the conclusion of this game and hopefully celebrating a win. Certainly the odds are in Jefferson's favor right now, leading by 3 and under 6 minutes remaining. Here's Tomka along the wall. Gathered by Getters, and Jefferson's gonna get one more chance on the man advantage tonight. Benny Getters, the captain, drawing his second tripping penalty of the game. And now things really stacked up against Buffalo. Pretty obvious. And no one protesting that one in the background in the Buffalo bench. So here we go one more time with this lethal power play. It's Davis. And just lost control of it. Ilatalo guilty of the trip. Benny Getters sets up shop. Here's Davis across, one-timer. Burton, who shattered his stick in half. Before that, a whistle. Probably wished he heard the whistle a half second earlier so he could save that stick. It's accounted for a goal tonight. Jefferson will change the power play unit. We have matching minors away from the play. It's Getters, and it looks like Noah Muller down there. So still Jefferson power play with 1:30 remaining in it. Wrist shot, Aaron Daniels, collected by Levi Prychus, now with 27 saves. So Daniels out there with Law, Wang, Gombold, and Gansky, or correction, Hatton. Face-off won by the visitors. And despite the best effort from Samuel Law, the Bison able to clear. Law collects. Coming into the zone with a head of steam, then got deposited at the end of that play. Tipped to the corner by Wang. Wang to the point, Daniels. One-timer, Gombold rips it wide. A minute to go in the penalty. It's Daniels at the circle. His shot misses wide to the opposite corner. Gombold rips one. With no traffic in front. Relatively easy save for Prychus. As that top power play line minus Getters comes back out. It'll be Tomka taking the place of Getters. Davis helped to keep that one in. Tomka looking at his options. Davis. Burton finds Herbert. Under a half minute in the power play. And a clear on the back pedal, at least starting to, is Brady Burton. He didn't want to give up a odd player rush or a breakaway here on the power play. That's the last thing Jefferson needs. They have all the goals they need to win this game. Here's Davis, tail end of the power play. Burton, cross ice, Tomka winds and fires, rebounded! And Wanmacher was waiting for the hat trick, but Prychus covered it just in time. Wouldn't that be a moment for Blake if he could get that hat trick on senior night? He almost did. Covered though by Prychus. Final 3 minutes. Jefferson trying for a shutout. Summerness flings it in as he hit the Bison line. Jefferson 33 shots on goal here tonight, including 11 more here in the third period. It's been consistent for Jefferson. So far, 11 in each period. See if Buffalo has any thoughts about pulling Prychus for an extra skater. Usually, if you get within 2, you might, so we'll see if that strategy plays out. Buffalo would need another goal, of course. It's stripped clean. Rasabandis draws a penalty. It might be a penalty shot. We'll see. Aiden Rasabandis certainly was behind the defense. Getters and Mueller are now out with the matching minors. Great play by Aiden Rasabandis. We talked about all those little plays he makes during a game. That's certainly more than a little play. That's a big play. Puts Jefferson on the power play for basically the remainder of this game. 2 for 3 tonight. Getters, one-timer. Burton, pad save. Wanmacher behind the net. Burton outstretches. Keeps it in. Davis. Getters, the one-timer. That one's high. Picked up by Burton. Davis moving in. Getters again. He scores! Benny Getters, how many times this year have we seen that one-timer from the circle find the back of the net, either on its own or
10,
a deflection?
7, 11. 10 from 7 and 11.
Burton, Davis, the assists. A 4-0 Jaguar lead behind 3 power play goals. Getters tucks it for now his team leading 8th goal of the year. All 4 goals, each point on those goals have come from seniors. The only task left is to complete this shutout now for Jefferson, 1:12 away. That one didn't get through, blocked by Tate Noble, who's in the game.
1 minute remaining.
How about that save from Swanson? Flashing the leather, denying Jake Bergstrom a goal. You know, Luke wants that shutout. It'd be his first win as a Jaguar. Well, it will be his first win, but he wants that first win to be a shutout. Saves like that help. It's Jimmy Winter. Now Swenson sends it back. Gunya didn't get through. Dishes it to the circle. Gunya again toward that circle. And misses wide. Half a minute remaining before the Jaguars can celebrate on senior night. Lal checks the clock. A little bit too much time to freeze it along the wall. And kind of gravitates toward that anyway. Wanmacher joins. And Blake Wanmacher with under 10 to go. One last rush for the senior, trying for the hat trick to the backhand, and Prychus collects it with 2.7 to go. Oh boy. It's going to be a shutout win for the Jaguars. 7th of the year as they continue to play their best hockey at the right time. I did see behind me as well, Logan Bonney has entered the Ice Garden to help celebrate with his fellow seniors. Hopefully they get him back on Saturday. But a memorable senior night for these 13, including Logan. A shutout 4-0 win. Jefferson now 7-8. Buffalo falls to 4-12. We will have the senior night ceremony coming up. How about first, though? Let's do the highlights first, then we'll get to our last couple senior spotlights. Third period highlights as Jefferson pulled away in that third period, leading 2-0 coming in. Got off to a great start. On the power play, Blake Wanmacher made it a 3-0 lead. We'll hear from that power play group one more time. Luke Swanson made it stand up tonight. 25 saves, his first win as a Jaguar, and it's a shutout. He'll cover that one. More from the Jaguars. Out front, Prychus denies Burton. He finishes with 32 saves. Levi Prychus. Jefferson would get another chance on the power play, and they would not disappoint. There was a look from Getters. Here's the steal from Rasta Bandit that set it up. Getters from the circle. 8th goal of the year, that lethal one-timer for Benny Getters. It led to the Wanmacher goal. That one he didn't need an assist. And then Swanson, one more save of his 25 to get it done. Final two senior spotlights. The co-captain senior. We saved the two captains for last. Brett Herbert, his nickname's Herbie. He says he listens to Thunderstruck by AC/DC before every game. Also plans to go to the Carlson School of Management at the U of M alongside teammate Blake Wanmacher. His favorite hockey memory, scoring against Kennedy in his junior year. Proudest accomplishment in hockey, getting that state tournament his first year of Pee Wees. 3 words that describe Brett. He says he's smart, hardworking, and friendly. Something interesting about him, he does that people do not know, he loves to cook. Best advice he can give, don't take anything for granted. In his other interests, he shoots trap in the spring. That's Brett Herbert. And how about one more, the captain, Benny Getters. His nickname is Geo. Pre-game ritual: tape sticks touch all the walls of the locker room door when hitting the ice. He plans to major in entrepreneurship or business at the University of St. Thomas. His favorite hockey memory, scoring the OT game winner in that Bantam Woodbury tournament that they went on to win. Proudest accomplishment in hockey, becoming a captain his senior year. Says 3 words about him are creative, aware, and funny. Most people do not know he has many food allergies. Best advice he can give: the more you can come together as a team and not focus on individual stats, you'll truly realize how fun hockey is. Other interests for Benny: baseball, wake surfing, fishing, and frisbee golf. The captain, Benny Getters. We'll go to a very quick break. When we come back, we'll have the senior night ceremony. Stick around as Jefferson wins it 4-0 here on BEC-TV. Back on senior night. What a night for Jefferson. Win it 4-0, a shutout behind 3 power play goals. Really the signature of this team is that power play, and it certainly came to the forefront tonight. It's Blake Wanmacher with 2 goals. Brady Burton with the goal, and Benny Getters with a goal. Now we'll send it down ringside. We're gonna have the senior night ceremony here as we bid you farewell on a memorable senior night for Jefferson.
The parents are lined up there waiting anxiously. Looks like we're ready. Let's begin our senior recognition ceremony first with Logan Bonney. Parents are Jordan and Andrea. Logan is a forward and has played hockey for 14 years since rookie mites. Next fall, he will attend the University of Minnesota's Carlson School of Management. Next up, we have senior Parker Boone. Parker's parents, Darren and Lynette. Parker is a forward and has played hockey for 7 years. Next year, he will attend Iowa State University. Parker Boone. Next up, it's Brady Burton. Brady's mom, Kathy, and stepdad, Dennis, are here. Brady is a forward and has played hockey since he was a squirt. Brady will attend Mankato State University next year to study business. Brady Burton. Next up, we have Aaron Daniels. Aaron's parents, Mark and Laura. Aaron is a forward and has played hockey for 12 years. He plans to either go to college or play junior hockey. Aaron Daniels. And best wishes to his grandparents, too. Our next senior is Kyle Davis. Kyle's parents are Todd and Georgina. Kyle is a defenseman and has played hockey for 13 years. He will attend NDSU up in the Red River Valley for civil engineering in the fall. Kyle Davis. Next up, it's Colton Gansky. Colton's parents, Greg and Michelle. Colton is a forward, and he has been playing hockey for 9 years. He will attend college in the fall. Colton Gansky. Next up, it's Captain Benny Getters. Benny's parents are Todd and Julie. Benny is a forward and has played hockey for 14 years. Next year, he will be attending the University of St. Thomas studying entrepreneurship. Benny Getters. Next up, Brett Herbert, assistant captain. Brett's parents are Jamie and Michelle. Brett is a forward and has been playing hockey for 13 years. In the fall, Brett will study business at the University of Minnesota Carlson School of Management. Brett Herbert. Our next senior, Aiden Rathsabandit. Aiden's parents are Mary and Ty. Aiden plays forward and has played hockey for 9 years. Next year, he will play Division III lacrosse at the University of Dubuque. Aiden Rathsabandit. Our next senior, Ryan Seitz. Ryan's parents, Rick and Chris. Ryan plays goalie and has played hockey since squirts. Next year, he will attend the University of St. Thomas with a major in engineering. Ryan Seitz. Next up, Sean Summerness. Sean's parents are Tricia and Dave. Sean plays defense and has played hockey for 13 years. He started with Jefferson Hockey in Mites. Sean will be attending Drake University in the fall. Sean Summerness. Next we have Pierce Tomka. Pierce's parents are Craig and Mary. Pierce is a defenseman and has played hockey for 13 years. He is attending Iowa State University next year. Pierce Tomka. And our last but not least senior player, Blake Wandmacher. Blake's parents are Janelle and Dean. Blake is a forward and has been playing hockey for 12 years since the Mites. In the fall, he will be the third of our Jaguars attending the University of Minnesota Carlson School of Management. Blake Wandmacher. There we have it. Let's have a big round of applause for all of our senior players. A big thank you to their parents for their support of these team members since they were tiny, taking them to all those practices, all of those games, traveling all over the United States to support their sons in hockey. Thank you, parents. Congratulations, seniors, and good luck next year.
All right, so there you go. All 13 seniors, one of the largest senior classes in Jefferson history, and they certainly made some history on the ice tonight with a terrific 4-0 win. Our week of hockey just beginning. Tomorrow night, we have Kennedy Boys Senior Night. They will take on St. Paul Highland Park. JV coverage at 5, varsity coverage at 7:15. Our next Jaguar Boys broadcast will be the regular season finale. Our final Hockey Saturday in Bloomington. Kennedy Boys, they'll take stage first against Simley. JV and varsity coverage there starting at 1. Jefferson and New Prague. Regular season finales. We get to see this team one more time in the regular season. 5:45 and 8 o'clock. Hockey Saturday in Bloomington for the final time in 2021. What a night for the Jaguars, making some memories on this senior night as they score 4 goals, 3 of them on the power play, and get the shutout en route to a 4-0 win. For our entire crew, this is Josh Powers saying good night from the Bloomington Ice Garden.